You start.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Talia. And we had the study on Beech Mountain and how Appalachian State students, their involvement within the Beech Mountain community and the resort. The purpose, we were contacted by Talia Freeman, the marketing director, and she pretty much just wanted us to conduct a study within the student community here and see what we can implement into their market study already to target all of the ASU students. They had already done a comparison study on ETSU, and what they lacked was the comparison side of app students. So really our study was just helping benefit them already by adding it to their ETSU study. And a big part of it was that they wanted to see what exact social media tool that they could utilize to target the population here at ASU. So a little bit behind the scenes of Beech. They opened in 1967. They're one of the biggest ski resorts in eastern North Carolina. They also are the highest ski area in southeastern America. They have 15 trails and 8 lifts. They offer snow tubing, ice skating, brewing company, and a bar at the very top of the mountain. App State students play a crucial role in employment here at Beech Mountain. So that's exactly why we are conducting this study.
So the objectives for this project was Talia Freeman reported the issue that Beech doesn't bring in the same amount of students as other universities as other mountains around the area. So the lack of ASU students compared to other resorts. And then the overall goal was to reach app students through a social media platform of some kind. For our lit review, we chose to look up articles that basically just explain to us like what made a ski resort the most attractive. And so for Duglio and Beltramo, they explained that tourism supplies smaller areas and surrounding areas with more employment. And then Wong, Bang, and Shunk state that the main influences that attract skiers to an area are snow conditions, travel time, ticket expense, and trail variety. But the main attraction was snow conditions. So the snow condition that we're used to is ice, and that makes it kind of more difficult for beginners to come because of the impact, and there's a likely more chance that you're going to get injured while doing this. And powder is most attractive to more advanced skiers and snowboarders because they don't get it as often, and it allows them to like pick up faster speed and do more of what they're used to and what they like. And then for our method survey, we set up a booth in the student union four times, and it was good to like be out there and in front of students, but it made it more difficult because we only had like a 10-minute window when students were getting in and out of classes, so we could only attract them at that certain time, and it made it harder because people were rushing to class and they didn't always want to stop to talk to us. But we had our survey out and set up, and we had open and closed-ended questions, and we chose convenience sampling and purposive sampling techniques. And then for our demographic of respondents, we had 37 people respond to our survey total, and 11 were male, 25 were female, and 1 was non-binary. And then we had 26 Caucasians, 1 Asian American, and 1 that chose to identify as biracial. And then for the graduation, we had everywhere between 2018 and 2020. So we reached a differentiating age group, which was good.
So some of our results, as we said before, we had about 65% females and 31% males participate, and we had another 3% that were non-binary or other. So 65% of our participants said that they use Instagram more than any other social media platform. This is a big part of our study because that's what we were kind of looking for, a certain social media platform. And then 85% of our participants have worked in college, but most responded that they do not want to pay for lift tickets because they're college students and they're tight on money. We'll see a graph about this in a minute. So some of our open-ended questions that kind of deal with lift tickets and other kind of things are, at the top, I'm broke, I want to go shred, so I choose the best price. Also, don't want to spend that much money on gas, but I'll take a student discount at sugar over a $10 day at Ski. Just kind of showing that cost does matter, even though the distance does differentiate. Some other quotes say, cheap tickets in a close location, save money on gas, and I need a terrain park, and Ski is closer. Better quality, cheaper, and not full of grumpy 65-year-old skiers. So some of our graphs that we made, we chose to kind of compare how many people have been to Beech and whether they ski or snowboard or both. We had more respondents that actually skied, so our data is kind of skewed, but we saw that more snowboarders actually have been to Beech than skiers.
So on this graph, you can kind of see that this is the social media demographics. We pretty much just asked the basics, and we left room to have them fill in other, and if they really didn't have anything else, they could fill that out. So really wasn't a big shocker within this age group. Instagram was hands down the #1 platform that college students from ASU use. It's really funny though, because ETSU in their study that they did, Facebook was the #1 platform that they use. So this is going to be really crucial whenever we are marketing as a resort to target ASU students, particularly through Instagram. And that just leads to promotions. And the promotions that we use are the paid promotions and the promos. So we're still running our promotions on Facebook, just to kind of give an idea of how many people will attend events and stuff like that. However, whenever we're just trying to promote an event like New Year's that's coming up, we're going to definitely do promotions on Instagram just to get people out here more plugged in over there.
So one of the other graphs that we made, like I mentioned earlier, was comparing whether college students have worked in college, whether they had a job, and whether or not they've been to Beech Mountain Resort. So we found that there wasn't really much correlation between students who had worked and whether or not they had been to Beech Mountain. So we can't really say there's any conclusion about this kind of question, but we did get a lot of responses saying that students did work in college. It was pretty even that whether they not have been to Beech or not.
For our conclusions, we proved that our hypothesis was correct, that not as many app students went to Beech Mountain. 55 out of the 37 students that took our survey said they have not been to Beech in the past 3 years. 55% out of the 37 students, confirmed that they have not been to Beech in the past 3 years. 85% of students said they have worked during their college career, and Instagram is the best place to target ASU students to bring them to Beech.
Our recommendations that we gathered were, #1, social media presence on Instagram. It does lack at the moment, more so for the promotion side, but because now we're aware of that, we've allowed Beech Mountain to know that Instagram is the #1 way to reach Appalachian State students. The second one is transportation to the mountain. We talk about this in our research paper a lot, how if there was something extra that Beech Mountain could offer ASU students would be transportation, because a lot of students really want to make the drive, but they don't have the money. So offering some sort of transportation that is low cost and accessible to all ASU students would probably bring a wider demographic onto ASU students to Beech. And then lastly, discounted prices on top of the Wednesday and Thursday nights that they have for ladies' night and guys' night discounted tickets, maybe offering a student pass all week that's like super discounted, or on the weekends offer like a package discounted price for students. This way it allows students to be flexible, especially from ASU coming all the way 45 minutes away from Beech. They just need a reason to stay there for durations of long durations of time. And so here are our references, and we thank you.